Today we're tackling one of the big questions. Can someone be both a person of faith and a believer in science? Ever heard the one about a young scientist on a train, confidently challenging an elderly man reading the Bible? What if I told you that the old man was actually one of the greatest scientists in history and a devout Catholic? Stick around to find out who he was and to uncover the surprising harmony between science and faith. Let's start with a mythbuster, the idea that science and faith are opposites. It's a popular notion, but it couldn't be further from the truth. Some of history's greatest scientists, people who made groundbreaking discoveries, were also deeply rooted in their Catholic faith. To them, studying the universe was a way to connect with God, seeing science as a path to understanding His creation. Let's talk about Louis Pasteur, the father of microbiology. Pasteur developed vaccines, revolutionized medicine, and gave us pasteurization. His work has saved countless lives, and his influence is still felt in medicine and biology today. But here's something you might not know. Pasteur was a man of deep Catholic faith. He once said, "The more I study nature, the more I stand amazed at the work of the Creator." For Pasteur, science wasn't about challenging God. It was about revealing the mysteries of God's design, using his discoveries to help and protect humanity. Next, let's talk about Georges Lemaître. You might not know his name, but you definitely know his work. Lemaître, a Catholic priest and physicist, proposed what we now call the Big Bang Theory. Yes, the idea that the universe began with a primeval atom. A single explosive start came from a Catholic priest. Lemaître faced questions about how he could reconcile his priesthood with his work in cosmology, but he saw no conflict. To him, studying the origins of the universe was a way to honor God's creation. Another name to remember is Gregor Mendel, the father of genetics. Mendel was an Augustinian monk who conducted experiments with pea plants in his monastery's garden. These simple experiments laid the foundation for genetics, revolutionizing our understanding of heredity. Imagine a humble monk unlocking the secrets of genetic inheritance. Mendel saw his research as a way to understand the natural laws God created, believing his studies were an expression of his devotion to God. Now here's a name that might surprise you. Father Nicolaus Steno, a Danish Catholic bishop, is considered the father of geology. Steno's study of rock layers and fossils in the 17th century laid the groundwork for modern geology. Steno saw his work as another layer of God's creation waiting to be explored. For him, the Earth's features and history reflected God's hand, a truth he felt honored to uncover as both a scientist and a man of faith. So, what do all these stories have in common? From Pasteur to Lemaître, Steno to Mendel, and beyond, they all saw science and faith as intertwined. To them, science was a way to explore the universe with wonder and gratitude, a form of devotion to God. These brilliant minds remind us that science and faith aren't opposing forces, but complementary lenses through which we can see truth. Faith inspires purpose and reverence, while science allows us to understand the mysteries that God has woven into creation. Before we finish, here's a great story that captures this harmony between faith and science. About a century ago, an elderly man was traveling alone on a train in France. As he read his Bible, a young man beside him, noticing, decided to start a conversation. The young man asked what he was reading, and the older man shared the story of the miracle of the loaves and fishes. Skeptical, the young man asked,
"Do you really believe that?"
The older man replied,
"Yes, I do."
The younger man, feeling superior, said,
"Well, I'm a scientist, and I only believe in facts. Miracles defy the laws of science, so they're just fantasy."
As the train arrived at its destination, the young man stood up and said,
"Nice talking to you, sir. I didn't catch your name."
The older man handed him a card that read, Louis Pasteur. Yes, Pasteur himself, one of the greatest scientists of all time, was a man of deep faith, showing us that science and belief in miracles don't have to be at odds. They can work hand in hand. If you enjoyed learning about the harmony between science and faith, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell for more unique insights into the Catholic faith.